Today I'm in Shanghai. I've been traveling around the country, Beijing, Shanghai, different places with top executives from US real estate development companies, looking here in China, looking for good partners, talking with clients, discussing opportunities to invest in projects and funds in the US. But one of the questions that comes up frequently is about the Chinese foreign currency controls, and this year they've tightened up on the foreign currency. So are we going to see a lot of investment in 2017, or is it going to slow down? What's the trend going to look like? The Chinese have gotten out so much FDI, close to $50 billion in 2016, and the trend has just been going up, and that's not just for real estate, that's for all sorts of mergers and acquisitions, but commercial real estate, residential real estate, it's all been rapidly rising. What's going to happen now? The Chinese are tightening. It's much more difficult to get money out, but it's still happening. Just this week, one of our clients got out $100 million. They're doing some projects in California and Texas. Another client, just yesterday I was meeting with them. They just completed a $1 billion hotel acquisition in the center of San Francisco. They're closing on one in London. They're doing things in New York. They have massive hotels in China and so much on their balance sheet. They want to get some of that to protect their wealth against the renminbi depreciation, and so they're putting some of that overseas in various places. Yes, there may even be some difficulties getting through the government channels, but a lot of these people, they've been doing this for several years. They have excellent partners in the US. They have channels to get the money overseas. Maybe they've already opened a publicly listed company in Hong Kong or in New York, and they're able to use those listings to offer debt, to offer equity, to raise US dollars, and then to use that to purchase it. So whatever the channel is, they have channels. They have good relationships in the government in China. They've been doing this. They know the people. They trust each other, and so they are able to get the money out. Furthermore, they have the relationships in the US. They've already done smaller deals. We look at Anbang, maybe call their $1.95 billion Waldorf Astoria a smaller deal back in September 2014, and then more recently doing a $6.5 billion deal. Or you look at H&A starting with a few purchases of New York condos a couple years ago for $100 million, but then they're moving up. They're doing a $3 billion deal here. They're doing a $10 billion acquisition of an airplane company and doing real estate deals, massive portfolio investments. Or we look at Cindat, who started off doing some smaller condo projects in Chicago and New York, $100 million, $200 million here and there. But then now they're doing a $1 billion portfolio acquisition of senior living, or of 7 different hotels in Manhattan and things like that. And so the size is getting better. Their relationships are getting deeper. Their channels for moving the money, their relationships with the lawyers, with the bankers, everything is becoming more solid. And the US partners trust them now. They say these guys aren't just talk, they're really bringing the money. And so the US partners are showing them their bigger and more sensitive deals, and it's starting to happen. So is the trend going to go back? Are they going to start getting smaller? Are we going to see less investment into the US? I don't think so. I mean, even with these tighter controls, we're still hearing week after week of massive deals. Now, one thing that's interesting, a lot of these new deals now are not going into the press. The Chinese, whereas 1 year ago they may have been wanting to get press because press will bring them more brokers, it will bring them more information of projects, but they're doing these deals quietly now because of the sensitive government relationships in China. The cash is not supposed to be leaving the shores, and so a lot of these deals they say, no, please don't mention me in the press releases, I don't want to be known. But the money is still going out there, and it is still very big.